Happy Friday, folks. What's up? Welcome back. How we doing? Oh, I'm all blurry. Oh no. Hold, please. I can fix this. I can fix. There it is. We're back. Whoo, Melissa, what's up? Y'all, happy Friday. Ooh, it's been a hot minute, huh? Miss one stream and it feels like it's been forever. How y'all doing? Papa, good morning. Good to see you. Slendy, Melissa, folks, welcome in. Good Friday to you. Oh, we're back. Slendy, you said, how's the pain? It's pretty tolerable, dude. It's off and on. That's how it's been for a while, but I think it's getting better. I don't know, but hey, we're gonna push on through anyway. It's not a big deal. I'm pumped to be back with y'all. Feels wrong. I get untethered from reality when I don't have my streams now. It's a regular thing. We got to keep it going, y'all. Miss Michelle on YouTube. Hello. Y'all, welcome back. How you doing? How was your week? I feel like I didn't see y'all this week, basically, because I was so busy with my own stuff. Well, don't say that, Slendy. That sounds exactly like what I'm dealing with, dude. I don't want that news for either of us. That's no fun. We'll see. It went away after a while. Love it. Yeah, it hurt for years. We never figured out what it was. Then it stopped, so everything's good. I feel like too many things are like that sometimes. But, oh well. We persist. King TV Man on YouTube, my friend. Hello. Welcome in. Y'all, you know what day it is. Let's pull it up here. Boom. There we go. Fantasy Map Friday. We are back at it. Not breaking stride, at least any more than we need to. So how's about we get back to making a map, huh? Melissa Lee, thank you for the massive gift. You're too kind. I love it. You're too kind. Thank you very much. All of the goblins to you. There they are. All of the goblins. You're too kind. You're building a goblin army over there, Melissa. What are you gonna do with it? What's the plan here? What's the end game? I'm getting a little suspicious now. Timothlin, you said you were writing a story. Can I give you any tips? What would you like tips about? If we're just being general about it, my advice is to ruthlessly and fearlessly follow what excites you most about the story. Stick with that, man. Write it for you first to entertain yourself. And just have fun with it. Don't doubt yourself. Just go for it. Like, write only the scenes that seem coolest. Have fun the whole way through. It's the most important part. How easy is it to publish? Miss Michelle asked. It's easy to publish. It's hard to sell. Is the reality of it. But if you want to self-pub, it's not that hard. It's not that complicated. The difficult part is getting people to notice your book in a very complicated, very crowded online space. Melissa, you got to make up for missing Wednesday. That's on me. That's not on you. But I appreciate it. Slendy, goblin for you as well. You got it, buddy. This one's special, just for you. You guys know the rules. Don't feed them after midnight. Hide your matches. Accept that your house will forever be messy once a goblin enters it. But Michelle, on YouTube, happy to answer more specific questions should you have them. Please do ask away. Always happy to answer. Slendy, you said, oh no, we saw that one. Tim said I can call you Tim. Rock on. It's a short novel. Okay, so like a novella. Okay, it's good format. Good luck with it, my friend. If you have specific questions, please do ask. Always happy to help. Melissa, you said how to plot a 17,000 word short story while not losing depth and excitement. I would do this when you're plotting. If any scene doesn't feel absolutely essential and doesn't feel like it moves the narrative forward, I wouldn't include it in there. Realistically, a story should be a collection of the scenes that you're most excited about and that you think are the coolest, that you really want to write, strung together through the story. There's obviously a scene or two that might be necessary for plot reasons, but I think the biggest challenge is just making sure every single scene is an absolute banger. And the best way to do that is to make sure you're excited about it, but make sure you're having fun with them. But it can be challenging when you're plotting it ahead of time. Don't feel like the plot that you've laid out at the beginning is what has to be the whole story. Like, write it through, and then you can always edit it and change things. You can rip whole scenes out if you want. So yeah, other name wasn't available. Happy Friday, my friend. Welcome back. Aaron, I see you hanging out in here. Good to see you too. Where was that one? Harpy, good to see you. Y'all, welcome in. We should get to some maps. We should get to making some maps. What do y'all think? Jaden, you said this map looks like the Fallout 76 map. Oh, I've not looked at that map. I'll have to take a look at it. Like, I can see it though. Kind of got some desolation about it. We do need to put one more region in here, y'all. If we're looking at this map, I think we filled it in. We're darn close to finishing, guys. Look at the work we put in on this thing. We got our swamp of sadness and sweaty under things, the caverns of whispering web where live the big spiders and the bigger spiders and the biggest spider who's haunted the world since the first sunset. And of course we have legally distinct Mordor up in here, with our fire and lava and ominous tower where the Dark Lord hangs out. The Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment, which chat came up with. Love this area. Very creepy. We have Turnback Territory and the Rapids of Regret, which we made last stream, the newest addition. And, of course, the Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear. But all of that comes together and leaves one big blank spot on the map, y'all. Let's get the title out of there. We got to work on this. What's this going to be? I think of this in my head as like... actually, it's inkcarnate.com is the name of the map maker. Oh, Miss Michelle, I was talking about gremlins. You're saying you have, you have 3 kids already. Yeah, pretty spot on. My goblins have been described as ADHD toddlers. I'm pretty happy about that. Waffle, we got a river. We got a big river, man. Runs up in here through the Rapids of Regret. Swings down here, gets some extra feeders from the caverns. Waterfalls into the swamp, and then runs all through the swamp too. Even below our title here, which now I can't select. Hold on, we can grab that. We know how to do it. Eventually. It's really deep in this menu. Somewhere in here. Alright, let's just try to manually grab it. I saw it for a minute there. We can get it. Okay, no, we can't. We'll move it later. Alright, but y'all, so we got one last territory to do. What do we want here? Blank spot on the map. I need some inspiration. Justin, H4101, my dude. Welcome in. Good to see you. How you been? Raffy, same to you, buddy. Welcome in. Sorry you're so tired. That's brutal, man. But I'm glad you're here. Let's see if we can't wake you up as we go through stream today. Work on our map. Hey, first assignment, Raffy. What are we doing? What's this territory down here, y'all? I like the concept you guys are pitching about kind of a bay or something. Canonically in the book, there isn't a bay here. It's all landlocked. So I'll overrule that one on that grounds, but otherwise keep them coming. Sinkhole zone, says Aaron. Ooh, ominous. Could do something with that. City of Crystal, interesting. Beach of Broken Dreams. Drewski, you've got the naming convention down, my friend. That's very spot on. Justin, I am feeling better, my dude. It comes and goes. We don't know what it is, but hey, we're rocking. We're here. We're happy. Let's get it done. Drewski, an endless pit. Just a giant hole in the world. Hermes has a giant canyon leading to a subterranean area. So technically, Hermes, we didn't know how to show it too well, but these caverns, the caverns of Whispering Web here, technically these are all beneath the mountains, and we just kind of used this to make like a cutout type vibe going on. So that's our subterranean area. Very creepy, full of gigantic spiders. Bring the raid with you. Hermes said maybe a swamp at the bottom of the canyon, like that one cave in China that has a forest inside of it. I know the cave you're talking about. I think I do. Could do something like that. A cool forest building off of the swamp. Yeah, we could do that. Waffle, what does the Evermire look like? We kind of have a big swamp going on already down here. Come on. Grab this title. There it is. We got it. All right. I got to move this title somewhere. It's just in the way from everything right now. We're going to stick it, I don't know, up in here for now. There we go. We have the swamp going on. So we got a big swamp, so I don't want to do another swamp adjacent thing right next to it. Michelle on YouTube, you said, what about an Amazon forest? Like a rainforest type? I feel like the swamp kind of covers that pretty well. Tom Bombadil's house off in the corner. Oh, I do love old Tom. Always a fan of getting some Tom vibes going on. No, Flesh, you're allowed to ask questions, my friend, and also welcome back. It's good to see you again. You said, do you read during writing your books? Absolutely, yeah. I still read a couple chapters a day, thereabouts, or I try to. I'm always reading something for fun in the background, and I've got a massive to-be-read pile behind the computer over there. I really want to get through. Silly Seal from the Sea. I like that name. You said, how do you figure out what to do with your maps? How do you mean, Silly Seal? Like, what to do with them after the fact? Well, this one is specifically for a book. Let's see if we can get there. There it is. This one is specifically for Wriggly Little Hands, my newest book. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. And, well, all the shenanigans they get into, because, y'all, they're goblins. If you put them onto a D&D character sheet, their intelligence score would be about a 3, probably. So there's a lot of shenanigans in there. You can grab it on Amazon in any format you want. And the link's in my bio. Please do pick it up if you're interested. I think it'll make you laugh. And that's what the map's going to be for. So that's, we got our goblin village right in here. This is where they start the whole book. The adventures unfurl from there. Flesh, I have played BG3. I am a very big fan of it. I think I've played it through twice now, and many more midway campaigns. Love that game. Waffle, you said Broken Hills has ancient ruins of a long-lost civilization. Yeah, we could... There's no big city. Okay, I'm going to write that down. We're going to take a vote, y'all, but I'm liking that idea, Waffle. That's our first submitted one right there. I'm going to say, like, massive haunted city ruin. All right, that's going to be number 1. I like that. I think that could be good. There's no big cities or anything on this map yet. So we could do something like that. I like it. Windy Road area says drums. See, like, something like that. We kind of got that vibe for the Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear. Imagine it's definitely windy there. And it's got its little abandoned road right through here. This little dark smear on the horizon or on the ground. Jack Ann, hello. Good to see you. Welcome back in. Sorry about Wednesday, but glad you're here today. You said deactivated mines, mountainous region, a lonely mountain reference? An Erebor reference. That'd be pretty good. Harpy with the fungi forest. Now that's interesting. I could definitely see something like that. All right, that's going to be option number 2. Let's get a good 3 options here, and then we'll take a vote on them. I'm going to make fungi forest as a next option. Thank you for the follows, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I also am excited to say the name Silly Seal from the Sea more often. That's a wonderful name. Other name wasn't available. We need the Bright Queen's hometown. Yeah, she lives further away though. I think we couldn't justifiably put her this close to to legally distinct Mordor. Now that I've moved this title off of where it belongs, guys, like it bothers me. It's not where it belongs. And also I can't click it. Let's see if I can find it in my layers menu. Oh, that works so well. That is incredible. There's all my text. But it's not named. So actually it would have worked well if I had actually named it. Whoops. What is this object? How can I grab it? Come here. I know it's the big one, but I'll have to move it later. I just don't like seeing it there, you know? It has a spot, and we moved it off of it. Leisha, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in today. It's good to have you. We're getting back to the regular swing of things. There it is. We got it, y'all. Huh, the text... Oh, it's because it's a group. That's why it's not showing up. It's a group, not text. Interesting. Well, we'll drop it off up in here for now. We'll move it later. Y'all, we are trying to figure out what goes down here. Let's see. I see more suggestions pouring in. Waffle said Desert of the Lost. Said an entire army with a vast treasure from conquest was lost there. Okay. I'm kind of digging that. I can see something like that. We don't really have a proper desert in here yet. Could be a third option. See what else we got. Hermes Carnivorous Flower Field. Interesting. Ominous. Hungry. RIP, the program is inkcarnate.com. It's a free online map maker. And thank you for the compliment. You're very kind, my friend. Yo, we gotta rep the my neighbor Totoro cup today. It's actually my wife's. She's a big fan of the movie and specifically of Totoro and Cat Bus. But she doesn't drink coffee, so we gotta get the cup on stream. I'll drink the coffee if I have to. Hermes, the Cloverfield looks friendly and inviting, but the moment you go to sleep, bam, you're being eaten by giant carnivorous plants. Okay. I could see some. All right. There are assets for giant flowers and stuff, and I am a big fan of carnivorous plants. So we'll put that in as a third. That's going to be a hard one to pull off. We'll put it in as a third option. Carnivorous plant forest. We'll give it a better name. All right, so we got 3 options. I'm looking for a fourth, and then we're going to vote, y'all. We have massive haunted city ruin, fungi forest. Carnivorous plant forest is kind of similar to that, isn't it? I guess we'll merge those two. We're going to say fungi forest with carnivorous plants. Leisha, you don't drink coffee, but you love mugs. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, look, I love coffee and mugs. So at least I get to use them. But I still want more without being overloaded. Rip, I've not heard of Asgars. You said you've been using to make maps? I've not heard of that one. Incarnate, I do love Incarnate. I highly recommend it. Let's see, the desert. I like that. That's fun. I don't think it quite fits in with the world, but it could be fun. Stone Giant, says WT Badger. Do like giants. Giants are fun. The Blasted Land, says Waffle. Hey, there you go, Leisha, using those mugs for ice cream and cereal just to get to use the mugs. I respect it. I like it, actually. Creative. Spencer, Blood River with rocky ore deposits along the shore from iron buildup. Okay, that's objectively very cool, Spencer. Maybe a little bit dark. I mean, obviously this is the Kingdom of Darkness, so I suppose that's on brand. I like the iron deposits though. That's a cool concept. Alicia, mugs are just bowls with a handle. It's true. Dorothy Kate Zett, author, welcome in. Pleasure to have you. You said, what program are you using? We are using inkcarnate.com. I'll put it in chat down here. Free online map maker. Highly recommend it. It's very cool. Drums, you said Toxic Wasteland. We could do something like that, like really green radiated kind of sort of vibes. Oh boy, what a journey that would be, coming through that horrible radiated wasteland into the plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear, into turn back territory. Whew, boy, through the rapids of regret, into the hoodoos of who goes there, and then you arrive at our wonderful destination, the Citadel of Shadow and Sin. What a lovely, lovely, pleasing, happy journey that would be. Everybody just having a good time. Maybe a quick pit stop in the swamp of sadness and sweaty underthings. Oh boy, what a wonderful... The next map we have to make is very happy, y'all, because, look, we're almost done with this thing. We need to do this last region, so drop your ideas. I'm still looking for some ideas for this region, then we're going to vote on it. But then after that, we just got to do a little bit of blending at the borders here, and, y'all, the map's going to be done. I mean, look at this bad boy. I'm proud of us. Hermes, the options that I have recorded right now are a massive haunted city ruin, or a fungi forest with carnivorous plants. We'll see. I'll give it another minute here to see if we can get any more entries that kind of feel right. If not, we'll just vote on those. Darth Vader, welcome in, my lord. Said, how about a cloud that holds the great lord you? Well, you know what? Technically, guys, if I can grab it. There we go. When I put it off screen, it's easier to grab. Technically, the title of the map kind of hangs out down here, so it will cover up some of this region, but we'll adjust that, you know, as we go. So, drums. I don't know. I'm kind of liking toxic. I'm gonna throw it on there. I like that. I'm gonna say like a toxic. We already have a swamp. Could do a bog maybe. Something like that. Oh, dragon. Okay, that's pretty fun. Okay, dragon, you put me down a rabbit hole with that. Let me talk about that. Real quick, Slay Jones, we're using inkcarnate.com, my friend. Check it out. Free map maker online. What was it? Okay, so someone who said it, I commented on it and then I lost it. Oh, Dragon X Creative. How about a hometown to start their quest at? Okay, so I kind of love that idea, guys. I'm thinking like the typical like coming of age hero's journey starting village, right? Like the most generic like fantasy starting village where you could just like begin off on your quest through whatever trials and tribulations await. I think I'm going to throw that up as option number 4. I'm going to say generic starting village. I think that'd be pretty fun. Too fast, too furious. I made it with inkcarnate.com. And welcome in, my friend. Good to have you. I'll put it down here in chat. inkcarnate.com. All right, y'all. Let's get a vote going. We got 4 options here. Let me put them on screen. I'm gonna put them on screen, and then I'm gonna try to keep track of the votes. And winning region is what we're gonna make. So let's do this text. We're gonna have 4 different areas to pick from here. Oh, I deleted the text. Whoops. So option number 1 was what was it? I have it recorded. Massive haunted city ruin. So I'm going to say big haunted city. Number 2 was fungi forest with carnivorous plants. Number 3 was toxic bog / something. And number 4 was generic starting village. All right, let me change up this text. It's a bit easier to read. All right, y'all. Here are the options. Maybe some space between them, make it a bit easier to see them. All right, here are our 4 options. Let's zoom in on them. I am going to start the count in 10 seconds. So put your vote 1, 2, 3, or 4 in chat. 1 being Big Haunted City, 2 being Fungi Forest, 3 being Toxic Bog, and 4 being Generic Starting Village. So folks, let it go. Let it rip. All right, we got one for number 2. Number 2 again. Number 1. All right. Number 2. Number 4. Number 2. Number 4. Number 3. Appreciate the votes, y'all. Number 2. I see another number 3. There's a 4, 4, 4. The run of 4s. Another 2. 2's in the lead at present, but 4 is catching up. 1 leading into 4. I'll count that as a vote for each. Spencer throwing up a 2, keeping 2 in the lead. 3 has been abandoned. 1 has been abandoned. It's between 2 and 4, y'all. Another one. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 2s and 2, 4, 6 4s. I'll leave it open for another 30 seconds, but currently 2 is in the lead by 2 votes. 3 votes. All right, it's looking like it's gonna be number 2. We could do the village inside of the forest, like the generic starting village inside of the fungi forest. I could rock with that. A little bit of a reward first and second place. All right, y'all. Well done. Thank you for voting. 2 wins it, and I think as a consolation prize for number 4, we'll put that inside of our fungi forest. That was the overwhelming winner. Everybody liked number 2. Rock on, y'all. I dig it. All right, let's clean up this text and let's get to doing it. I know that there are some assets in this program in Incarnate for like a fungi forest type deal. So we'll just throw this text up here. Let's get to it. Hey, Alex, can you put 4 fingers up for a Fantastic Four edit? How do they do it? Is it just like this? Like, I don't know. There's like a certain way they do it. I mean, it's got to be like this, right? There's no other way to do it. But here you go. Robo Himbo. Instead of a zombie infection, how about a clown infection? Justin, you like the hometown part of it? I do. I think that's pretty funny. All right. I got to call out Jeff on YouTube, who has simply commented his name in all caps. Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Let me know when the edit is made. I keep messing things up. Glad to help. All right, y'all. Let's we're not going to make the mistake again. Guys, we're going to start at the beginning. Other name, Jeff might be a Pokemon. Yeah. That's pretty funny. All right, y'all, we got to start at the beginning with this. We're not going to mess up. When we made Turn Back Territory recently, I didn't paint the ground the correct color initially, and we put all this awesome detail work in, and then went, oh my god, we have to paint the ground, and we had to like fine tip brush paint all around here. So we're not going to do that. We're going to start by painting the fungi forest, which as we work on it, y'all, see if any ideas, any name ideas for it come to you. Let me know. And just as inspiration for y'all, the other names in this world, we have the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. We have the Hoodoos of Who Goes There, Turn Back Territory, the Caverns of Whispering Web, the Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear, the Barrows of Blissful Bewilderment, the Rapids of Regret, etc., etc. The Fungal Jungle. Holy crap, Jab, that's really good. That's an early leader right there. I'm gonna put it as fungal though. I'll show you. Fungal Jungle is honestly really good. That's really funny. All right, if you continue to put names, if you got them though, guys, we'll see if we can top that. But yeah, I agree. Other name, Fungal Jungle is top tier right off the bat. Festering Forest of Fear and Fright. Yeah, look, you understood the assignment, Hermes. That's right on there. All right, y'all, if we're going to do... All right, so in anticipation of painting this bad boy, I want to look at some of the fungi assets. So let's... that's not the right one. There's definitely a screen that I can use. If I do this, and then I change the source, I think I can show you my screen a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so you'll be able to see the asset library when I go into it just a little bit better. I want to show you what comes up for fungi. apparently nothing. I know that. Oh, it might be under. I know that there is like an area for this. There are specific assets. It might not be in this pack. It might be in Fantasy World. I really thought it was called Fungal, though, or Fungi, or something like that. But there are a specific set of colored assets for it. Under Mushroom, maybe? That's a good option. Let's try that. There are mushrooms, though, that will come up as well, which isn't a problem. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, Mushroom got us some of it. Anyway, I wanted to just, like, throw down some of these colors so we can use, you know, inspiration, essentially, for what this place is going to look like when we paint our background, which is going to be step 1 here. So we're going to throw some of these guys. Oh, boy, that's big. Hey, Simp1X, my friend. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Glad to see you. Glad to be back in the saddle, huh? Alright, so we got that. Let's see. I know that there's a specific thing that I'm looking for. I don't know if we're going to make the colors quite this bright, but this is a good... Okay, Mushroom did get it. Hey, awesome. Thank you. Who suggested that? Hermes, my guy. You nailed it. These are the trees I was looking for. These, like, little mushroom trees. Boy, are they creepy. There's our kind of our base color palette for the fungal forest. The fungal jungle, sorry. God, that's a fun name. So let's throw some of these bad boys down there so we can figure out what color to paint this thing. Obviously, we can color shift them. All right, that's a good amount. That's a good amount. All right. Silly Seal says, could I live in the fungal jungle? I think you are more than welcome to live in the fungal jungle. We might incorporate one of the other ideas. There's some carnivorous plants going on in here, so it might be a dangerous place to live, but hey, I believe in you. Hermes, I like it. There's some valuable materials, minerals, ore, some sort of resource in here. Makes people go to it. You bet it would smell terrible here? I bet it would. Or at least, if not terrible, it would definitely be, like, weird, right? I feel like fungus, mushrooms and stuff, they either have no smell or, like, a smell that you're like, I probably shouldn't be smelling this. It might be toxic. Alright, so here's kind of the stamps we're going to be using in here, right? So we need to paint the background a color that kind of jives with this. What color are we going to do that? I'm thinking it's got to be like a pink purple to start, right? I'm seeing a lot of pinks and purples, kind of tie-dye vibes in here. I don't want it to stand out, you know, way too much on the map if we look at our overall color tone. Got greens, red, oranges, this gray in the middle. Seafoam green, says other name. I could see that. It could even transition from the swamp, you know, green into something else. I'm thinking, let's get some colors in here. Let's put some swatches down and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, what do you got in terms of green? Nothing quite bright enough. I mean, I can change the color though. So let's go to color. Let's grab this green. Let's change it. I don't really know what... I don't know. I said I agreed with seafoam green, and I just realized I don't really know what seafoam green looks like. Alright, that's probably a little bit too green, right? It doesn't quite fit the vibe. It needs to be, I don't know, what do you think, more neon-ish? But I wanna definitely have like some sort of purple in here. Maybe like an undertone of it. These are obviously very, very bright and unnatural. But it's alright, we're going to mix them together. We will mix them together and see what we get. A little bit of wet on wet painting, my favorite part. Yeah, I wanna grab a... Ooh, now that's interesting. What do we think of this green, y'all? Oh, no, it's got a texture in it. I don't dislike it, though. Ooh, that's pretty good. Here you go, TikToker. Here's the map zoomed out. Let me center it nicely. There it is so far. Hermes, you like number 4? That kind of darker green? I could see that. It's got a texture built into it of plants and stuff. I don't think that's a problem, though. Let's play around with mixing a little bit of color in there and kind of seeing what we get, you know? Hey, Josiah, you got your copy of Wriggly Little Hands. My friend, thank you for picking that up. I appreciate you. Y'all, if you don't know, the world that this map is for is right here. It's from my newest book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord and all the wonderful and wacky ways they mess that up because, well, they're goblins, y'all. They're actually not great at questing and adventuring and solving difficult puzzles. You can grab it on Amazon in any format you want. The links are in my bio. Please do pick it up, y'all. Supports the stream. It supports me, and it keeps me writing new books. Thank you very much. Moose, I was laughing at your comment. What's up, dude? You said, how dare your appendix act up? We have a schedule to keep. Yes, very true, my friend. I think we've got it reined back in. And Josiah, thank you for picking up a copy. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoy it, buddy. I really do. Leisha, is there a pinkish gray color that matches the tall mushroom tree? Yeah, I'm sure there is. Let's see what we can find. Oh boy, that's something. Okay, that's kind of weird. That's like you can't see it. Sorry guys. It's like a spray paint type dealio. We need something a little more obvious than that. Just go to color. I mean, I can make any color that we need to. I'm just not good at making colors. I do like that idea, Drums. One of the fungus trees should be massive and in the center of town. It needs to be darker still. I don't know, y'all. None of these color swatches are really doing it for me. I do like this green down here. That one. King Toonsy, what's up, my dude? Welcome in. Pleasure to have you back. Happy Friday. You got any good weekend plans? What are you doing this weekend, man? Hopefully something exciting. Oh, okay. I'm kind of digging this. That kind of like lilac-ish purple. I think that mixed with some of that green texture could be good. So what we need to do is we need to turn down the opacity a little bit. That's still not enough. And let's get right down in here. If we kind of mix these together. The texture built into this color is kind of messing with it. Maybe we can recreate that color but without the texture. Let's try that. Let's try to make the color itself. So we're going to need to get into the green family. It's going to be darker. Toonsy said, how am I doing? Man, I'm doing good. My appendix was trying to rupture. I don't know. We kind of figured it out. But yeah, we're still here, man. We're still kicking. It's a good Friday nonetheless. We're excited about it. All right, that's kind of the green that we're looking for. Kind of something like that. I don't mind that. It could be a little more blue. It could definitely have a bit more blue in it. How do we get there, though? Kind of... Oh, okay. That's close. A little darker. Sorry, y'all can't... Here, I can do this. There you go. You can see the colors I'm working with now. Kind of like this, maybe? I like that, y'all. I'm gonna favorite that one. I like that color a lot. Let's grab that pink that we just used, and we're gonna favorite that. And all right, I'm gonna try to mesh these two together, and do some painting with them. All right, so I need to grab my background color and just kind of paint over a lot of this stuff. I don't have it saved. Oh well. We'll paint over it anyway. I think the green will be the background color. If I can find it again. Huh, I tried to save it. Did it not save it? Oh, okay, nope, got it. All right, here we go. With our technology, we can get there, folks. Alright, so let's just put a little bit of this in here. We're going to lighten this up, though. And in fact, I kind of want to do it already. Let's just get our opacity down a little bit. We're going to mix it on in here. Knock out these swatches we were working with. Opacity back down. Alright, now I really want to make sure this area is very distinct from the swamp right next to it. So we're going to make sure we get some pink in here and kind of mess with it a little bit. Mix it up. Oh boy, too much color there. Let's turn this opacity down. We're going to kind of just... I think we just need to splatter some in first, and then we're going to kind of mix it together. This is interesting. I've never made a color like this, guys. This is a bit of a challenge. I think it almost needs it needs something else to mix in there with. I do kind of like where it's going, though. It's a good base. It's a good base. Hermes, you're saying the town is in the mushrooms with bridges between them because of the carnivorous ground flora? Yeah, I could do something like that. I don't know if I have the specific assets to do that, but we could give that a shot. I could put some bridges between big mushrooms or something. John, a little bit of yellow. I think yellow might be a very nice addition to this. I think that there should be some edible mushrooms in here, Silly Seal. I think that's absolutely correct. Yeah, the yellow's it, y'all. That's the color we were looking for in here. So we're going to do pink, yellow, and green to kind of make this area. Look at that nasty vibe it gives it. Yeah, it looks toxic. Looks like you shouldn't breathe the air. All right, quick save since I've got, 300 unsaved changes. Y'all, thanks for hanging out with me today. It's a good Friday. I love kicking it off with everybody. Some good ideas, too. You guys were really on point for the fun names and the region concepts. I love what we've landed on here. This is going to be a creepy little area. Let's get some of this base purple back in here. I think the purple is going to be the strongest color we want in here. It's gonna give it that disconcerting kind of baseline, and then the yellow mixed in just makes it like a note of warning, right? Yeah, Drewski, we went with the fungi forest, and we're gonna have a generic starting village in it. It's like where every generic main character starts out. I think I need to turn the opacity down on the yellow a little bit. It keeps drowning out my other colors. I want the yellow to be like notes of warning in here, but not totally take over, you know? Alright, I think that's a good place. That's kind of a good way to start it. It looks kind of bruisey, doesn't it? Sporing Village, Jackan, that's pretty good. Alright, I think the color's getting there. I'm not fully sold on it, but we're making it work. Get a little more green splotches in. Oh boy, that looks good, y'all. I'm a fan. I love the green and the yellow when they mix nicely here. I almost kind of want more green patches. Let's get the opacity up a bit on this green. There we go. And then we're going to put a little bit of yellow on top of that. That was a little too much. There we go. I dig it. TA, you want to know about the book that this map belongs to? Hey, it is right here, my friend. Here it is. Wriggly Little Hands is a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. And, well, all of the ways they mess that up because they're goblins. They're very curious, very enthusiastic, not very focused, not very intelligent. And, boy, they go on a couple side quests along the way. It's on Amazon. You can grab it through a link in my bio. Ebook, paperback, audiobook. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Any format you want. Please do check it out. I would appreciate it. It supports the stream, and I think it'll make you laugh. It's a pretty goofy book. But this is where that story begins. You have your goblin village right here. This is where they literally start the book, and they go up to here to get their quest from the Dark Lord, and then off into the wide world of chaos. I was going to say adventure, but it's goblins. This is chaos. Y'all, I love... they look kind of like rabbits, you said, Hermes? Yeah, I could see it. I could see that. The opening line of the book is that goblins look like if cats walked on two legs and had thumbs. So, not too far off. Oh, that's the wrong scene. There it is. Let's get back to this. Y'all, I'm really liking what we've done here with our creepy mushroom background color. So let's get the mushrooms in here. We got to get our forest going. What kind of... I kind of want to... I want them to stand out. You know, they should be a similar color to each other, but I do want a little bit of color variety. So like this yellow I think is really good. I'm going to do a slight hue shift on it. Let's just see if we can make it a little bit different. I want it to be a little more purple or yellow or green of the background colors. It's kind of something like this maybe. It needs to look a little bit like unnerving, right? There we go. So I'm happy with that. I like that a lot. Oh, John, you said the background looks like mushroom spore fog. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Dilly, not a mushroom maze. I mean, I guess it could be, but we're doing a fungi, the fungal jungle. I need to put its proper name in here. It's too good. The fungal jungle, which has carnivorous plants, and then a generic fantasy protagonist starting village at the center of it. Megorium, I'm using inkcarnate.com. Right here on chat. Just put it in chat for you. It's a free online map maker. Ton of fun. Highly recommend. All right, let's get this guy color shifted. I think this one needs to go to almost like an orangey color. The red is good, but it's kind of there like that, right? Just a little slight shift. All right, I'm happy with that. This one, obvious. I don't know. Does this match the others? I think it's probably fine. It's a little bit fairy cartoony. Oh, you're welcome, Meg. No worries. So what do you think, guys? We like this one. It's a little bit cartoony. I mean, they're all kind of cartoony, but this one, something about the little curl and spiral feels like it might be a bit much. Seal, you said, could you rate from 1 to 10 where a seal would most likely live? On this map, not a lot of nice places for a seal. All right, so I'm going to say right down in here, we're going to put you in the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings, specifically in the Giant River, because I'm getting like, you know the Amazon River dolphins? Pink dolphins? I feel like there's room for an equivalent seal version hanging out in this big old river in the swamp. Amazon River seals, we'll call them. Dilly, that's a good point. It's the only one with a shadow. This one has a slight shadow. I mean, I guess the others have shadows, but they're a lot harder to notice. This one having a shadow is a little bit weird. We'll put it off to the side for now. We'll think about it. Oh, I do like that, Justin. Just have this one be like a unique mushroom right at the center or something. Could be something like that. A point of interest. All right, this guy is a candidate for going purple. We need to make this one purple like the background. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I love it, y'all. That's pretty sick. Well, we like that color. What do we think about it? I'm a fan of it right there. Really important thing that I always forget to do. We have to scale these to the size of everything else on the map, right? So let me grab this tree. This tree is a good baseline. I'm going to put that right there. And let me grab one of the existing mountains. This one's a little bit big, but we'll take it. All right, so here's a map making trick for you. Always make sure the scale of your things match from area to area. I messed this up last time we were in here with turn back territory. Look how like detailed it is and everything in here, right? Like I think it's super detailed and cool and fun and interesting, but when you zoom out, you can't really see any of that. And if you grab a tree, here's a particularly egregious example. We grab this tree from a different region, and we paste it in here, y'all, it's the size of mountains in this territory. I totally messed up the scaling because I just didn't pay attention. So we're going to not do that today. And I might have to go back at some point in time and scale Turnback territory a little bit better. Problem is this road took so long to paint in there, and I don't want to mess with it. It's such a good road. Anyway, we're going to stop that right now. We're going to scale these mushrooms to an appropriate size compared to trees and mountains that already exist. I think you could be a bit bigger. Yeah, kind of like that. There we go. All right. That's the scale of our mushrooms. We're going to make everything else scaled to this size. Yo, we need a green mushroom. This one's kind of perfect. It's already like the perfect color combination of this whole region. Could this look good green? Justin says, can you scale the full group of Turnback and just realign the stamps? That's kind of, I'm thinking about it, but it's probably gonna be like, theoretically I could, but it too many other things get really weird when you do that. If I was really careful and only clicked, oh, don't do that. Only clicked like the stamps in there. Maybe the main issue is that it's gonna block the road that's down in there. So we'll figure it out. I'll do it at some point, or we'll just leave it and say you got to zoom in for that part. Oh no, who is it? Silly said I'll be heading off. I'm new and already love your map. Well, thank you, Silly. Hey, we'll be back Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time. So swing on by and catch us. Appreciate meeting you. I appreciate saying your name. It's always fun to have fun names to say. Have a good Friday and a great weekend. Oh, Justin, it'd be awesome if the paint did scale with it. It does not, unfortunately, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Sloyd, what's up, my dude? He said this is a surprise. You thought it was Thursday. I got good news, dude. It's Friday, I think. It's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. I was pretty sure I didn't mess that up, but look, it's been a weird week, y'all. So I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah, TGIF, Jackann, for sure. Titan Terra, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good now. It's been a weird week, but it's all good. Hope you're doing well as well. Jackann, you said you keep trying to zoom out on your phone. Well, here you go. Here's a zoom out map for you. Give you the quick overview of it all. But, y'all, we need... let me just go ahead and no, we'll move that later. We need a green mushroom in here. And there's going to be a lot of them, too. So it needs to be something with a lot of stamps. I feel like this is a pretty good candidate. Yeah, Jackann, the ground will look better once we fill it with foliage, kind of like we've done in the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. I try to avoid texture on areas that are going to have a lot of foliage above them because it gets too confusing. But we'll check it out. We'll see how it looks. We can always paint the texture in. What I was thinking, though, is we need a green mushroom. And these are, the red and white spots. That's a very iconic mushroom, right? But what if we made it kind of greeny? I'm kind of interested in what we can do with that. Ooh, the green and the blue is fascinating. KJH, welcome in, my friend. We're using inkcarnate.com. Free online map maker. Slendy's got it there in the text. Thank you, Slendy. I appreciate you, buddy. Let's see, get a little brightness up on them. And how about contrast? Ooh, that might be a little bit too much. I think a little bit darker than this, though. Like that, yeah. You know what's another good one, though? These tie-dye guys right here, they could be good candidates for, like, weird little undergrowth that we just, intersperse. I think we make them a little bit smaller. They do look like amoebas, don't they? I think they could be a good candidate for a green underlayer, because I want a base green layer that we're going to have. Let's see. Yeah, see, like this? Instantly, I like that. Oh, this is going to be a cool area, y'all. It's going to be so bright, so different. Kind of like this. What do we think on contrast? 2 tie-dye. Something like that. All right, I could rock with it. No, it's good, Harpy. No worries. I appreciate that, though. Generous offer. All right, let's size these down. I think we have our assets here, guys. Yeah, Slindy, why are you getting up at 4:45 a.m., my guy? What's going on there? Get some sleep. Enjoy your sleep. Hey, have a good day, Justin. I appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Have a good Friday and a great weekend. Maybe we do a weekend stream this weekend. Yeah, Titan Terra. The green will blend in with the swamp a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the purple and yellows a bit more, so that things kind of like, there's a distinctness between them. But we'll play with it as we go, and we'll see what we get. I'm going to move these guys. I'm going to build this from the middle out. Let's move these over here. So I think this is kind of our hero, our hero POI, our point of interest. All right. So we need to make it decently large. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And I'm going to keep a little clearing around it. And then we're going to put our village here, and then we'll build the rest of the forest. So let's just go ahead and drop some of these stamps all around here. We're going to clutter this up. I'm not sure if the mushrooms are going to work as vegetation in their own right, or if I need to get some smaller vegetation. So we're going to figure it out. Slindy, you said I go to bed early, but I lose energy fast, so I have narcolepsy. Oh man, rough. In 2020, I started working up. Wait. Early during 2020 lockdown to get some alone time before everyone woke up. Oh, okay. You used to get up early before everybody. Gotcha. Sorry about the narcolepsy, though, dude. That's no fun. Should I need a sip of coffee? Will it help? Probably not, right? Alrighty. Maybe the mushroom spores will, Slendy. Maybe these are instead of mushroom spores that push you off to sleep. Maybe these guys caffeine in mushroom spore form, something like that. All right, we need some of these guys. I think they might be a little bit too big, y'all. I think they're all kind of a little bit too big. Since this is going to be our typical like foliage, that's just, you're not even supposed to notice it. It's just supposed to be filler. Let's make it a bit smaller. Something kind of like that. And the trick is you just got to get it really, really spaced well throughout so that it just blends in. It looks better the more that you add. So let's get some more going on in here. It's a little bit of a flat look to this so far, but we're going to work on it. We'll see what we get. Yeah, I think we're going to need some additional foliage in here. Maybe to make these all a little bit smaller too. I think they're just a bit big for my tastes. Y'all let me know what you think. They need to be roughly the size of the trees in the swamp next to them. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. That's pretty good. Make you a bit smaller and grab these guys. We're going to drop our size down here. There we go. Okay, that's actually looking better. Yeah, I think we just kind of got it there. Like that's pretty good. They're a little bit bigger than the trees in the swamp, which I kind of like. But yeah, it's definitely too cluttered, right? I think we need to. I'm not sure that these toadstools are working. I'm gonna put them off to the side, and we're gonna pick them back up later. But let's see. I think these little guys are also too colorful. Let me grab some basic foliage, some kind of ground foliage. And we're gonna dense it up with that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Tide and Terra. We should start with just a little area, right? That makes sense. All right, so this super zoom right here, this is going to be our little area. Let's grab some foliage of some sort. I don't want to use the same plants that we used in the swamp. We need something different. Let's pop over to this screen so y'all can see what I'm working with. We're going to grab some sort of plants in here. Oh, I do love that Harpy. Have some of the foliage from the swamp kind of bleed over. Definitely, when you do the borders between areas, you definitely got to do that. About the vines I used in the other region? I don't remember the vines. I'll take a look for those in a moment. I don't know what vines we're talking about. Okay, we got some like fairy... Oh, you can't see them. There's like some purple fairy-looking trees, willows off to the side. We do have this sort of thing. Oh, that could be interesting, y'all. These are like different types, like different smaller mushrooms. Oh, sorry, let me get back to a screen you can actually see. There's kind of like these little mushroom duders in here. I think that with some other normal plants could be it. That might do it. I need less trees though. I need some brush. I could literally just grab bushes and make them the color that we want it to be. So let's color shift this bad boy. Put it right down here. It should probably be a type of like weird looking green, right? Drewski, you said I should add some Yoshi dinosaur-like creatures that can be tamed for transportation. That does sound fun. I'm into that. I don't know if they'll have the stamps for those animals, but we can say they're there. Melissa, you liked the tendril-looking seaweed thing next to the trees. Let me know if I pass it again. It wasn't this guy, was it? The bamboo? This thing? It's like a palm tree? Oh, you can't even see that one, so it couldn't have been that one. Oh, it's this one right here? That guy? It's bamboo. That being said, we can still use the bamboo. It's fine. You're squinting at little tiny details on my screen. That it's so hard to take horizontal orientation and stream it vertically. But we get there. But here, we're gonna let's grab it. We could color shift the bamboo a bit. Make it maybe it's a different species of bamboo, you know? There's bamboo in the swamp and then there's the fungal jungle bamboo. Make it a little more yellow, I'm looking for. Come on, where's my yellow? Kind of autumnal looking, which isn't bad. Let's reset that and that. Come on, we got some color here. It's interesting, it doesn't really want to go to yellow. That's like as close as I'm getting it to yellow. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, Hidelo Jayhawk. Welcome in, my friend. You kind of like the brownish going on, Tide and Terra? Something kind of like that. It's too big, but I sized it up specifically for color matching. Let's grab this little bamboo plant and make sure these are about the same size. That's pretty darn close. All right, back to your home, bamboo plant. All right. I think this is a decent color on this bush. Just a little bit wackier, maybe. I'm really having trouble finding the yellow tone in here. Everything wants to go orange in here. All right, we'll go with that for now. I just need this as a test. This is our proof of concept. Jeremy, the Fey lights from battle maps could look good. They could. When you zoom all the way out, I don't know how visible they'll be, but we could work on that. We can see if we can make them work in there. And by the way, we're due for a zoom out, so here's the whole map, y'all, if you want to take it in for a moment. Pretty good looking. I'm pretty happy with our progress, guys. Once we finish, I'm glad that we got our final region down here. We just got to fill it in, make it look good, and then the map's going to be pretty much done. Look at that, y'all. It's almost done. I'm pumped. Sam, we're using inkcarnate.com as a free online map maker. Check it out. Yeah, there's going to be a generic starting village in here, Titan Terra. Like every fantasy book's, like, most mundane starting village, right? I think that's going to be really funny. That fully fits into the tropes of this comedy world. Alright, so let's get these bushes going on in here for our little proof of concept area. It still needs something to make it denser. Probably just more stamps is the answer. Because I think once you get it... Oh, I need to get these bamboos in here, too. Plural of bamboo. I think it is. Is it like fish and fishes? Fish versus fishes, I should say. Yeah, it doesn't... Our little spot test here, it doesn't blend as well as I'd like it to. I mean, there's a lot of color going on, obviously. Maybe it just needs some grass we can throw down in there. Ooh, that could be it, y'all. That could be it. It's very dense, but it is a jungle, right? Yeah, we can try some texture, because, I mean, that's a lot of stamps in that density. There's a huge density of stamps here, just to get it looking dense. Talking about the teeth up here, Jackann. They do have like this ship's mast like stuck to them, so it's gonna look a bit out of place. But we did use these kind of diamond shard things, these crystals, something like that. I do like the idea of playing with a bit of texture, though. Maybe we do have to go back to that. So let's see what we can grab for jungle texture. This has got something. We're gonna do opacity all the way up. Oh yeah, we do have the carnivorous plant thing going on, so that's a good point, Jackann. Alright, this adds a nice little texture in there. I kind of like that, actually. Let's see how that blends in. Let's make our opacity a bit lower, brush size a bit up. Okay, yeah, you know what, y'all? I'm kind of really liking that texture. Let me get this texture down. And then we're going to repaint our pinks and purples and yellows over top of it. It actually brings a bit of yellow in, too. Which I'm a fan of. Did I go to college, and what did I study? I did go to college. I have a degree in media communication studies and another in creative writing. I always add that with the caveat of, please, if you want to get a degree in creative writing, by all means, do it because you want to, but I really don't think you need one to become an author. It's totally doable to become an author without it. In fact, I think it's honestly better that way. Mama J, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Friday. We are using inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map making tool. And we are just starting our last region on this map, trying to get the color replaced after I messed it up. Well, intentionally. We added some texture in here. I think the yellow needs to be a little more opaque. Creative writing versus English. So creative writing is specifically, storytelling, writing books and stories and such. English is more the study of literature. They overlap a lot, though. Creative writing, I would almost say, is like an advanced spec of like English studies in a way, or a different diverging path of it, maybe. All right, I need to favorite this texture so that I don't lose it. And let's get it a real low opacity. We're just going to put some more of it in here. There we go. How we liking that texture, y'all? Anki Merrick said, "Can you give any advice that I can give to my son to start as a fantasy writer? To have fun and just follow the stories that interest him. Like, you have to be the first person to enjoy the story has got to be you, right? So if you don't write it, if you don't enjoy it as you write it the first time, no one else is really going to vibe with it. So you really got to start from a place of just like write what you want for fun, and let the rest follow. That's what I would say. Really focus on that passion, and don't doubt yourself. Don't be fearless about it. You know, fearlessly follow what you're excited about. Hope that helps, but I'm always happy to give more advice, such as it is, if I can. And well, good luck. That's awesome. I love hearing other people that are interested in becoming authors. We need more storytellers in the world. All right, yeah, I think we lost a little bit of the purple in here. There we go. Okay, I'm really loving that color. What do we think? How y'all liking that? Get a quick save with 500 unsaved changes. Whimsical, says Titan Terra. Good. That's kind of what we're going for. All right, so let's mess with our little spot test down here. Lapis Art, welcome in. Good to see you. Are you, or do you make art? You know, it sounds like based on your username. I always appreciate having actual visual artists here because I am a passionate hobbyist when it comes to visual art. Books are my forte. Maps are my fun. Icy Zero, the program is inkcarnate.com. I'll put it in chat there for you. You see a little more purple in the sample area? There we go. There's a little more purple. Maybe too much. I even dial it back a bit. Yeah, the texture still is just a little bit hard to see, huh? There we go. And now let's put a little more purple. This is an interesting color balance we're trying to strike here of not overriding the texture. I think that does. Lapis, you said, I do. Art's my forte, but I wish I did more writing like you. We're just the opposites, right? One on the side of writing enjoys art. One on the side of art enjoys writing. Hey, maybe we can learn from each other. A little more purple in the plants? Yeah, I think that might be needed. I was having trouble getting these bushes to be yellow. Maybe we can make them purple instead then? Well, it's real easy to make them purple. They didn't want to go yellow, but they're very okay being purple. Interesting. Let's make it nice and big and look at its color, huh? Kind of like this, and I want to desaturate a bit. I don't want it to be too bright. It's a background asset, you know? V, I'm using inkcarnate.com. A big thanks to Slendy, who just put it in chat for you, because it's a bit of a weird spelling. But it's a free online map maker. It's really cool. Do check it out. Let's get these old bushes out of here. We don't want these green bushes in our fungal jungle. Let's get the purple one then here. You're very welcome, V, and welcome in. Pleasure to have you stop by. All right, I think these guys as well. You like it, Aaron? We're working on it. We're getting there. We're trying to figure out what the base layer kind of looks like for the whole thing. Yeah, there will be a pathway through Jack Ann to the village, which is gonna be the village right here around this big witch's cap mushroom tree thing. Yeah, the when we cut paths through this, that'll definitely make things look pretty good. I think we're getting there. Let's make this grass purple as well, or some variant of the colors that we're using for the background. So here's my spinning grass. There we go. Grab you. Make it nice and big so we can see it. And let's make this a different color as well. Ooh, maybe. So the colors in the background, yeah, pinkish, I think, Melissa. Because Mama J here, I can zoom you out to show it all. What area you want to see? We can zoom in on one of them. But this is the map as it stands. Militia, I was thinking pinkish because the background colors, the color combo for the fungal jungle is yellow, pink, and purple with a little bit of green. So I think one of those for the grass that'll blend with the bushes is probably what we're looking for. I don't want it to look too standouty, from the rest of the map, but I think the pinks and the purples actually, especially this background, kind of fades nicely into the gray of the plains. Mama J, you wanted to see the Druid Village. Elm Shadow. That was user created and suggested, or chat members suggested and created. We have a little village of shadow druids, I think they said, down in here. Not to be confused with our goblins who live on up in here in their little huts. Yeah, I think the pink grass. Oh, thank you, Mom. I'm glad you think it's looking good. We've been working on this for about 2 months now. I think just every Friday, and I think next Friday we'll finish it. We're real close now. All right, do we like this pink for the grass? I think it's pretty good. I think it could be maybe a little bit different. Kind of like that and desaturate. There we go. I think that's what we're looking for. All right, so let's size it down. It is grass. And we'll put a few more stamps of it around here in our sample region. I think we ditch these guys. This is looking okay now. Fumblin' Faye, you said, I love when books have maps of their world and locations. It helps me visualize. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like this one. Maps are wonderful in fantasy books. One of the great joys of writing fantasy is getting to have maps and getting lost in them, right? I open a book, I see a map there, and I get stuck in it for the first 10 minutes. It's just staring at the map. So this is our map for Wriggly Little Hands, my comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. You can grab it on Amazon now. Links in my bio. Please do check it out. It's a lot of fun, and you'll get to see this world in text. All right. I think we're gonna nix the bamboo in here. I'm not digging it. We're just gonna make. I think we're going the right direction though. Like the sample area is definitely looking better now, in my opinion. I think the addition of the purple and the pinks are kind of getting it there. I'm actually really liking that. Only thing I'm thinking is maybe these yellows, these big guys, are standing out a little bit. Faye, the cover has convinced you? Well, thank you. Shout out to Ivan Shavrin, my cover artist for it. Man's a genius. Absolute artistic genius. Yeah, grab a copy on Amazon, please. It's available in any format you want. It's very fun. I'm a little bit biased, but it's very fun in my opinion. Yo, I think the yellow of these guys is just standing out a little bit too much. Ooh, okay, I'm digging that orangey vibe a bit. Maybe desaturate a bit, though. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Now it's just kind of, it's still yellow, but it's not, like, standing out so much. Widow, we are working on the fungal jungle now. The last region on the map. Chat voted on it. So it's going to be the fungal jungle with some carnivorous plants in there and a generic fantasy hero starting village right at the center. Right around this big point of interest. Destroying Dan, are you talking about, oh boy, by Rhaegar? It's Azeroth Healer, right? That's what you're talking about. Destroying Dan, if you're liking that genre is lit RPG or progression fantasy. I actually work with the same publisher as Rhaegar. So these ones down here are lit RPG. This one's a completed trilogy. My finger's there. There it is. Standalone, and this one is 3 out of 5 books published with 2 more on the way. Those are all lit RPG. So if you're digging what Rhaegar's writing, those are all pretty spot on. Oh, Weirdo, you said, could you show how you make your text over the mountains look so nice? This one right here, I just, let's go to display capture. It's just like the text window over here. I just used pretty generic Fel English, it's called, for the font. The main thing that makes them, I think, look good is I try really hard to blend them in with the surroundings. So like, you'll see here, I've actually put the a little bit behind the tower, so it stands out. And then like the and is hidden behind this little mountain, this little hoodoo. I think that's a good way to blend things in with the surroundings. And then just a nice curve on them makes the text just kind of match in a bit more. Or like up in here with, ignore this big banner, that's not always there, it's temporary. You'll notice there's fog around this region. I've blended the text into the fog a little bit with layering. I think just doing little things like that will make the text look more natural, part of the map. Moochie, most of the names are finished, like the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. The map's for a comedy fantasy book, so we're kind of poking fun at fantasy names, you know? It's a little bit on tongue-in-cheek. You're welcome, Weirdo. I hope that helps. It's really like anything. It's just play around with it, you know? You get better the more you practice. Yo, I think our placeholder here, our little area test for the fungal jungle is looking successful. So I think we need to expand it out now. Like, I feel like that looks pretty good. So let's get this bad boy. Let's throw some. We're gonna build this layer by layer. So let's do right here. I'm gonna make a line of purple bushes. This is going to be like where it starts. And then everything to the left of these bushes is going to be an in-between, a border region. We'll mix the colors of the swamp and the foliage of the swamp. And kind of blend the two regions together. But let's get... This is the fun part, the easier part, where we just got to stick these stamps all around in here. And... I say easier. It's easier because you place stuff, but then you gotta finesse a little bit. You gotta get in there with a fine-tooth comb and move things around, make them look more natural. But we're just gonna slap some stuff down for now. We'll build it all out area by area. Weirdo, you said I just put my campaign setting for my homebrew TTRPG up on Drive-Thru RPG. 3 regions, all with maps. Dude, that sounds like a lot of work. Rock on. I hope people appreciate it, enjoy it. That sounds super cool. What's the setting like? Give us a little pitch for it. Oh yeah, guys, I can already see this is coming together. As we paint this in here, this is gonna look good. I think we found the mix. So you can see the way I'm still new to like building out these whole big regions, but what I'm trying to do with it is like build little islands that each have elements of you know, every aspect, and then we just kind of, you put one here, one here, one here, and then you just grow them each bigger and bigger until they all merge together. That's my theory for it, at least. But I'm still a passionate hobbyist when it comes to making maps. Get some nice layering. I think these purple guys are so... Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. These purple guys are so big that I want to keep them more towards the interior. In fact, let's put a couple of those down real quick. They're going to be like... Once you pass the big perps, the big purples, that's when you're really getting into the heart of the fungal jungle. Welcome back, Titan Terra. We missed you. Good to have you back. Audio Killers, is there a website for this? Seems so cool. Well, thank you, my friend. The website is incarnate.com. It's a free online map maker. But the world is from my book, Wriggly Little Hands, right here. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord and all the wacky and whimsical ways they mess it up because, y'all, they're goblins. We gave them far too much responsibility to send them on this quest. It's on Amazon. Links in my bio. Please pick it up. Supports the stream. Supports me. I'm a full-time author, so selling these bad boys is how I stay in business. August Goddard, you said, is this to help you with a fantasy book? Oh, well, you asked right as I was saying it. Yeah, so this is for this book. This book's already out, actually, and we're making this map for fun after the fact. Yeah, here it is. Here's the map as it stands, getting near completion. It's about goblins on a road trip, so of course we have our goblin village where they start the story out. And we have, legally distinct Mordor, as we call it, where they get their quest and then go off into the world to cause chaos, get lost, accidentally unionize, make one really bad genie wish. A lot of fun stuff. Raven Roxley, good to see you. Welcome back in. I'm doing great. How about you? I'm glad to have you here. Happy Friday. Happy weekend coming up. We're almost there, right? Oh, I'm pumped for it. August, you said, would making a map in the planning phases help with your writing? Yeah, I make really simplistic maps in the planning phases because I don't want to get hung up on it too long. Because I literally in the planning phase, I'll just make maps just to keep my thoughts on where things are straight. Nothing so detailed as this. And then I'll make a more detailed one later on. Because it would just delay the writing too much to make a map of this detailed level before writing. So yeah, I just do a real simplistic one. Lapis said, how long does it generally take to finish a book from start to final draft? Final draft, a little bit longer. The actual writing, I try to do it in about 10 weeks is my focus. Then it goes to the editor. Then I probably have about a week editing after that. I aim for about a 3 to 4 month cycle for books, really trying to be on the 3-month cycle. But that's after a lot of practice. Like, that just took a lot of work to get fast enough to do that. And there are always books that go faster and go slower, so it kind of varies from time to time, you know? Raven, you said not good. You just got back from the hospital. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay, Raven? Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I don't want you being ill. I, too, have been in and out of, not hospitals, but clinics all week, trying to track down some mystery pain going on. Not been fun, but y'all, I'm thinking the yellow's still standing out too much. What do y'all think? I feel like those yellow mushrooms are just not clicking, right? The orange is okay in my opinion. What do we think though about the yellow? Is the yellow too much? I also feel like there needs to be a little more blending in here. Like, yeah, I made them paler already, Jackann. We can try to do it even more. See what that does for us. A real light desaturation, maybe a bit of darkness to them. Kind of like that. That does look better. They stand out a little less. I feel like we also just need... The purple's kind of the vibe in here. So I feel like we need a little more of an undertone of purple in most things. Like these green guys are pretty good. I think they need a little bit of purple to them, though. Let's grab some of them and see what we can do. Some crows going nuts outside my window right now. I feel like something ominous is happening out there. Thank you for the follow, Ian. I appreciate you. And thank you for your comment. That's super nice of you. I'm glad you're liking it. Millie, what's my favorite type of candy? I don't really know. I mean, I love gum. I chew gum a lot. Candy, I don't know if I consider gum candy, though. Man, I don't know. I try not to eat too much candy because I eat it way too much. I'll say gum. I really love gum. Titan Terry, you said I'm in an Edgar Allan Poe story with those crows. Yeah, I feel like it. That's kind of where my mind went. Y'all, I like what we just did. We made those trees. Let's see. So we made all these guys go purple. I think that looks way better. Everything kind of blends a bit more. I still think this area stands out a bit too much on the total map. So we'll need to find a way to blend it in a bit. You know, but we'll get there. It is fungal jungle should be. I think maybe we'll throw some mist over it. That should blend it nicely. But let's see. Let's keep putting some foliage and stuff in here. Kind of clutter it up. And then we'll cut some paths through it. Yeah, it's hard to put things underground. I'm still kind of learning how to do that, Mama J. It can make things look good, but it's just a little bit challenging. Alright, I think maybe some more of our little mushroom towers. I don't know, it is looking good, though. I think we just need to dense it up, like, right down in here. And then towards the center. Let's get a couple more of these guys hanging out in here. And we still kind of need that just very baseline foliage. It might just be color. It might be the paint on the background needs to be a little bit, well, more painted. Jack Ann, don't you encourage me to put more cliffs on this map. I will always do more cliffs. Honestly, something we do have to consider is I just put these hills right here just as a demarcation line of where the plains begin. I don't actually know what's going to go there. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Titan Terry, you said our sample looks good. I liked the circle clearing around the center. Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? We can throw the village down. Let's put our village in here real quick. Oh boy, we got to find what are the houses gonna look like here, y'all. Let's pop out so you can see this. Go to our asset library. Let's see what we can do house-wise. What do they look like in the fungal jungle? The sporing village. I do like that. I need to write that down. Sporing village is very good. What style of house? I feel like it needs to be something like whimsical, right? So I know we used these huts for the goblins. Let's get a bit closer so you can see it. We used these huts for the goblins. But if we color shift them, I think they could look pretty appropriate in here. Something kind of like that, you know? Raven, hey, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you're doing better. Check in with me on Monday. I want to hear that you're doing well. Let me know. Best of luck to you. I got my fingers crossed for you. They do have elven structures, Jackan. I gotta remember what pack they're in, because they're only in, maybe regional? Okay, it's just got one. There's definitely more, though. It's just a matter of what pack they're in. Maybe Fantasy World. No, we were just there. Battle maps, maybe? Nah, it's all top-down. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. Be good, Raven. Be good, be healthy. Well, we'll just scroll, and if we see anything that jumps out, y'all let me know. I like these thatched roofs concepts, but I think the rounded huts feel a bit more appropriate in here. But let's just see if we can find anything to beat that. Let's get into Fantasy Regional. These are all a little more realized. Aaron, you really like that purple hut? I think it might just be I think we just kind of nailed it first, you know? Can you place some of those blue oblong fungus atop the thatched roof? We could try. The oblong fungus? You said blue. You talking about this guy? Right here? Oh, nope, that's not right, Alex. Put it here. Size it up. Kind of like that. Oh, I moved him to the side. Was it the toadstool looking guys? Hooded Crow, you finished Wrigley. Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks for going through it. I hope you enjoyed it. You got through that quick. Didn't you start it like last weekend? Um, Rock on, man. Oh, you had fun with it? That's what I want to hear. Who was your favorite character, Crow? Trying to figure out what mushroom we used. Yeah, the audiobooks do go fast, right? Here it was this toad. It was this guy, this toadstool, and we color shifted it. Yeah, Crow. Who was your favorite character in the audiobook? Here we go. We put it down like this ish. Ian, we are on inkcarnate.com. There it is in chat. Free map making site. Highly recommend it. So if we use one like this guy, we could make it look like it's coming out of the roof. So I like that this is like got a mushroom growing on it, right? But I think we might be able to grab this guy, rotate a little bit, and kind of make it look like it's the roof of the house. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm going a bit too deep there in the weeds, maybe. You like the vibrant blue color over the green. You mean like this one right here? I'll throw it off there for now. All right, well, I think the purple thatch hut is the way to go for buildings. That's what we were originally. So I think we need to make their purple a little bit darker. Kind of like this. Yeah, a little bit lower saturation. Oh, on the mushroom, so on this guy, you were saying? You liked the vibrant blue more than the... Oh, I kind of see what you're saying there. I do like that better. Hooded Crow, you said Ollie is wonderful. Magic Man, Horse, there are so many great characters. Hard to pick one. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Lynn, too. So you're talking about, yeah, Lynn, too. Was your favorite? Everybody loves the driver. The Lyns are great. I had a lot of fun writing them. Alright, so y'all, we got to make sure our scale matches. So I'm going to steal a goblin house real quick. Shh, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Oh, look at that. They're actually already the same size. Love it. So our scale is correct there. Let's make our little village here. We're going to need a... I'll paint paths in a minute, but let's put our houses in. I think this village should be like around the this mushroom at the center. I do want it to stand out a little bit though. Hooded Crow, they should have painted their wagon red because the red ones go faster. They should have. That's a very good point. Let me move some foliage out of here. All right. I'm gonna grab you, and we're gonna do a horizontal flip. Boom. Now that house looks like it belongs on the right side, or the left side of the village. Can I do anything with this guy? Nah, not really. I guess it could... Nah. What did I do for the goblin village for more of a complete circle? Okay, I just avoided the right-hand side at the right bottom, which is the area I'm struggling with on this little village. Maybe we need a slightly different house structure as well to mix in. Oh, you think you're going to listen to it again, Hooded Crow? That'd be cool. If you want, man. I ain't gonna say no to that. Do enjoy if you do. But thank you, man. Please do leave a review on Audible. I'd appreciate it. Those reviews help sell more books. But thank you for giving it a try, dude. I'm so glad you liked it. Y'all, if you don't know what book we're talking about, it's the book that this map is for. Let's zoom all the way out. You can see the map. This is where it is right now. There we go. Get it nice and centered. And then for the book, Wriggly Little Hands, my comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. It's been described as a D&D campaign where no one put any points into intelligence, and the DM is taking a shot after every chapter, which, yeah, that's pretty spot on. I did not take a shot after every chapter. In hindsight, I should have. Would have been fun. But no, please pick it up. It's on Amazon. Link's in my bio. You can go grab a copy wherever is easiest for you. Jackie, you said that one fungus could be enlarged, laid down on the bottom layer for the village center. I'm talking about this guy right here. Kind of like the other one. I do not know which other one. The ending was very satisfying. I'm glad to hear that, Hooded Crow. It was difficult. It was a difficult book to find the correct ending for, but I think we found the most goblin of endings. Sorry, Jackie, I don't know which one you're talking about. Meet Your Doom. Good morning. That is such a funny contrast every time. Good morning, Meet Your Doom. But nah, how's it going? Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. We are just working on our map for Wriggly Little Hands. I think we're getting there. The Fungal Jungle is a little bit of a challenging one so far, but I think we're getting there. I'm gonna do a little bit of pathing work in here. I want the center of this. That was probably too strong. I want the center of the village to stand out a little bit. Kid Flash, you said, how much is the book? The book is $17.99 for a paperback on Amazon, $4.99 for the ebook, and it's in Kindle Unlimited. So you can, if you're a Kindle Unlimited subscriber, you can read it there for free. But the links are all in my bio to whatever format you might want. Please do check it out. I'd appreciate you. Oh, I like this, guys. Okay, so what we're doing here, this is a little trick that I like to use. We're doing some very subtle circles in here. It's yellow at the center for the village. Boom. And then we're going to do a little bit of purple around it. And then a little bit of green around that. Because I want to draw the eye to this village center. Just going to tone down that yellow a little bit. There we go. And we'll... Sorry, I was zoomed out way bad. You couldn't see much. There we go. I want to draw the eye to this village center a little bit. So that's why we play with color like that. No work today, Meet Your Doom. Rock on. Congratulations. Happy weekend to you then. I think we need a couple more houses in this village, y'all. I really like the huts that we're using, but there's only 4 different versions of them. So let's see if we can't grab some other different type of house that's going to work in there. I know that there were more thatch roof houses. If I can find them again in here. There we go. They're a little bit different. Oh, thank you, Crow. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good Friday, dude. Thank you for trying out Wrigley. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, too. Okay, I think this might be the answer. Oh, sorry, wrong view. I keep forgetting to change it. There we go. I think those houses are going to do it, but we need to make them match, right? So let's... Old color shift trick. Turn that saturation down. And we don't want it to be the exact same color, though. it's not a bad thing when structures stand out a little bit. You know, they can all be a little bit different. So maybe we give them a little more of a yellowish vibe, kinda. I was liking the pink purple more. And it's definitely there's the right color. It's in here somewhere. We just gotta find it. Kind of digging that. Let's scale them down a bit. They're probably too big. There we go. All right, I'm a fan. Make sure this is centered. Meg, I'm gonna have you playing while on at work. Hey, rock on. I love it. A lot of folks do that. They say I'm their background soundtrack for the morning. We take it. I'm happy to help. All right. Alrighty. I think we're making some progress. There's still something missing on the fungal jungle. I think it's just density, right? I think we just need some more density in here. So let's grab these guys. Start dropping some more random foliage about. Okay, something like that. Needs more spores. Yeah, I think I can see that. Those guys are kind of spores, the ones we just placed. Maybe we go ahead and do our roads real quick, too. What color should our roads... Oh, yeah. You're spot on, Jack. And a few small ponds. Of course it needs that. Let's do that. That's a little bit big. I think the village should have a pond, of course. People, or you know what, maybe even I don't really know if we need a river. No, I say no river. I think mushrooms, fungus grows in damp areas, right? So plenty of standing water around here, perhaps. Let's do that. We'll throw some little lakes and whatnot in here, and then we'll move the foliage around them. There we go. Okay, so they're a little bit hard to see, but we're going to move the foliage off of them. And then we're going to build our paths through this. And then the foliage is still just chilling. We're going to finalize all this stuff. First, you gotta get your main elements in. I say after placing a ton of foliage and not doing my lakes. All right, there's one lake, two lake, red lake, blue lake. Oh, that one needs a little touch up right in here. There we go. There we go. Oh, mushroom growing right out of the water. Candy, there should be a volcano. Boy, have I got something for you. Let's pop on up here. Is that fiery and volcanic enough for you? Welcome to legally distinct Mordor, as I like to call it. The fiery region of the map. Here's the whole map for any new viewers popping in. There you go, guys. We've been working on this for a couple days now with chat input, but no, we got the Citadel of Shadow and Sin, where the Dark Lord lives. Turn back territory is a relatively new one we just made. Your last warning to turn back before getting into the Dark Lord's domain. The plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear with its creepy cold flame oozing out from beneath the ground. I love the creepy barrows of blissful bewilderment up in here when the name tag's not over top of it. Which actually is a good thing to think about for a moment, because the name tag originally was hanging out down here. Maybe we just don't have a name tag. I feel like it's just taking up too much of the map. We could obviously make it smaller, but like, I don't know. We'll leave it up here for now, and we'll decide later if we want to put it somewhere. Jack Ann bringing back the classic joke. I love it. All right, let's get this foliage moved a little bit. We'll go in and we'll fine-tune them around each lake to really blend it in. But right now I just want to be able to see the lakes. There we go. And this guy. Wow, there's a lot in this one. That's all right. Oblong is a fun word. It is a fun word. There's a lot of fun words out there. Sometimes you just gotta appreciate when a word is weird and cool. Has a strange mouthfeel to it. Okay. I like the lakes. I think that's a good addition. I think we should color them something, y'all. Because, like, you know, the river and the swamp is colored kind of greenish. And the river up in here is a lot more blue and fast flowing. Some white water around the rapids. So now, what's the water in the mushroom or the fungal jungle going to be? I think it should be like a yellowish or something. Ooh, something that says stagnant. Ugh. That. All right, that's yellow. I just made it yellow. I don't love that. Something kind of yellowy green. I think a little bit of blue could be good in here too. Here, let's focus in on this lake. I think there's something to be said for kind of a yellow, green, blue kind of going on. I did not know that, Slendy. That's really interesting. Sloyd, do you think a deep blue would look good? Something like that, maybe with a little bit of yellow in. Ooh, I kind of like that, y'all. What do you think about that? I'm going to do another one down here that's going to be a little more blue. So we can compare. That looks a bit radioactive. I'll take that. I'll take that. There's a stronger blue. If we wanted to make it algae-esque, what about kind of like that? What do we think, guys? We got two options. We got the yellow green and then the blue green down here. I'm pretty sure this water is not sanitary. All right, so I see a couple votes for the top, one vote for the bottom. I think I like the top more. I think I'm gonna go with that color. I think it looks appropriate. Oh, two votes for the bottom. Now it's tied though. Uh-oh. Y'all making it difficult on me. Ooh, okay, does that change things? I added a little yellow. I added a little yellow to the bottom one, and I kind of like what it did. A lot of votes coming in for the top now. Oh, another one for the bottom. I think top's still in the lead. Now we got bottom, top. Oh, it's split, y'all. Porque no los dos. All right, we'll do both. We'll do both. Let's see if I can make these colors. So we're all going to do is a base palette of green in here. Oh, am I painting? Yes, background. Very good. All right, I'll do a mix between it all. So let's do like this. Here's our green for those. Now we need to stick a little bit of that blue in there. Oh, guys, I got a good idea. Hold on. I did it on accident with the first one here. So this is very green, right? I'm going to take my blue, and I'm going to do the blue just in the center, kind of like this, so that the edges stay green, kind of like algae, right? Like there's algae gathered up around the edges, which there would be for stagnant water. It might be everywhere, but kind of like that. And then we just need a touch of that yellow in there. Oh, too much. Lower that opacity yellow. Okay, that does look kind of creepy when we zoom out at it. That looks like water that you really should not get into. For your own health, we cannot recommend getting into that water. Maybe even a little more blue right at the center. Kind of give some light to it. What's up, 46? Good to see you. You were here earlier, weren't you? I think I saw you pop in earlier. Happy Friday, my friend. How you doing today? Need to darken this bad boy up a bit. And then a little bit of blue we were doing. And a little bit of yellow. Oh, your TikTok crashed. Gotcha. Well, welcome back, man. Good to have you. You're doing good. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. It's wonderful Friday, y'all. We got to be doing good today. Oh, thank you for the follow, Drums. I appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, Reese said the maps grow so much. They do. Isn't it crazy? Look at this, y'all. I remember when we started this thing. And now look at it. Like, everything's so full and alive. I'm so happy. I love how this come on. Thank you for the help, everybody. We've truly made this together. Like, you guys have had a ton of input on this. I'm loving it. I really love it. Yeah, 4-6, we got your fishing dock down in here. There it is, right there in the lava lake. That's some really strong wood to not burn up. Rose, you said I was just talking about your book to my DM yesterday? Oh, well, thank you. What were you telling him? Probably that it's a terrible book and you hate it, right? Clearly that's what it was. Oh, too much yellow. Too much yellow. Mining chat for creative inspiration. That's just what we do here. Y'all give me all the credit for the maps looking good, but I'm just stealing it from you guys. Y'all, the water in this place just looks horrific. Luru, we used inkcarnate.com. Let's get it in chat here. Inkcarnate.com. It's a free online map maker. There is a paid version should you want it. It's a little bit, it just gives you a little more assets and the right to use your maps in books and stuff. You get the license. But realistically, the free one's really good. There's nothing wrong with that. Trying to make one of the lakes super tainted, like way worse than the others. Ooh, boy. Horrific. Perfect. Same difference. Absolutely, Jack-Ann. Y'all, if you don't know, this map right here, this crazy world is for my most recent book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip and all the misadventures they get into as they tangentially get around to completing their quest. You can find it on Amazon. The links are in my bio. It's an audiobook, ebook, paperback, Kindle Unlimited, whatever format you prefer. It is there. Please do give it a look. It is how I support myself as an author. And you'll get to spend some more time in this wonderful, wacky world down here. Boy, it's looking like Candyland down in here. We'll do something to standardize these colors a little bit because it still looks a little bit too candy. Like when you zoom out, it looks too Candyland, right? Like the other areas all blend well. The fungal jungle's looking a little bit too. It's really the yellows are still kind of throwing it off for me. But we'll see. Rose, you said you told your DM about the book and that he needed to read it because our group would identify with it. I love that. Hey, if y'all use it for anything, let me know. That would be incredible. It's a very goofy world. Perfect for a D&D setting. Fumblin' Faye, you said immediately went to see if it was on Audible. Bought and can't wait to listen. Oh, Fumblin'. Thank you. If you got the audiobook, you're in for a treat. It is... Sound Booth Theater did such a good job on the audiobook. I mean, my goodness, I can't believe the work they did on it. They did just incredible. So many voices, so many sound effects. Like, it's awesome. I think that is the best version of the book, which is a weird thing to say as the person who created the written version, but they just did such a good job. I'm astounded. Find your smile. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You said a large brush over the whole town, a super low opacity color, and a few clicks will push it back. Yeah, there's our color expert coming in. Let's try that. We're gonna try that. Let's grab our colors that we're using here. Favorites. We're gonna use the purple. Let's get the brush big. We're on a low opacity. Let's see what else you said. A large brush over the whole town, super low opacity color, and a few clicks. Oh, you know what? I gotta paint top if I do that, because it won't do over the stamps. Too low. Oh wait, I did background. Whoops. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. I think it's maybe too low. Wait, I'm on the wrong. Messing it up all over the place, guys. I need this color. Here we go. Low opacity. Top paint. I don't know. I'm doing it very wrong. What was I? There was a lot of chat that I meant to read. Kitty with the Thorns. We are using inkcarnate.com to make this. I just put it in chat with a nice big typo in it. Hold, please. There it is, inkcarnate.com. Here's the map as it stands now. And hello, Cat Dolly. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah. Incarnate's lovely. Such a good map. Or map maker. Fumbling, you said you love Sound Booth Theater. Your first experience with Dungeon Crawler Carl. Hey, well, you might recognize some of the voices in there. Particularly that of Jeff Hayes. Sleepy, that's a horrible thing to say. You got some swamp butt going on, huh? In this summer heat. Smile, I like your suggestion for the paint. I think what's really throwing it off for me though is just these yellow guys. I think we just got to get these yellows a different color. They're standing out too much for me. Let's get their color a little different, huh? Just a little more blend. I think I want them a little bit of green vibe. We need some more green in here. Kind of like that. What are we thinking if we zoom all the way out? Nah, they still stand out too much. You liked them with the pink, Zachary? Let's see. The green is definitely wrong. I think the pink might be it. Kind of like that, and let's desaturate them a little bit. Kind of like that. Yeah, it definitely needs the desaturation. So that makes it blend a bit better. Now it's really the orange that's standing out a lot. So let's tone that orange down a bit, I think. 4-6, how's the bean juice? It's been good. I was rocking the Totoro cup today. It's actually my wife's. Well, I guess I show Cat Bus when I say Totoro. There we go. It's actually my wife's, but she doesn't drink coffee. So I had to steal it today, so we had an excuse to get it on stream. The bean juice was excellent today, though. I'm sad I am basically out. But there's a little left on the pot, so we'll go get some more after stream. All right, let's get this orange hue. Something else. Something in the purple to pink color. Ooh, y'all, that dark purple with a bit of desaturation. Yeah, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I think that's looking a bit more natural now, guys. That's kind of blending in a bit more. Let's get a quick save on that. The lakes look a bit off now, though, I think. Drums, I can put a big shadow over it all. Yeah, that'll desaturate it nicely. Always an option. It's a little bit weird messing with the clouds and stuff. They get hard to work with. But we could try it. You know, I think the lakes stand out a bit too much now, though. When we look at this whole region, it stands out a little bit too much. But we'll mess with it later. Six, you said you think she drinks tea, or so you guess she drinks tea. She doesn't actually. She doesn't drink caffeine. Not for any particular reason. She just never has never drank tea that much. Or sorry, any caffeine. And she's just kind of sticking with it now at this point. Drums, I don't. I just stream vertical because I can't stream vertical and horizontal at the same time. I'd certainly like to be able to, because there's so much on the full screen, you know, on the horizontal version that we just can't see. But since TikTok is my primary, I cater the content to TikTok. I just spotted it. Where was it? I saw a mushroom in a lake. There we go. Get on out of there. Desaturate the lakes. Yeah, there's definitely something we can do to make them stand out. I love how distinct the regions are, though, y'all. Look at this. Yeah, Rose, I've cropped my screen to just stream like vertical so that when you're on your phone on TikTok, it fills it better. But technically, like, you know, if we went to my desktop almost, you can see how like there's only part of a window in here. There's a whole extra bit off to the side. So yeah, I constrain it to vertical orientation for this. Oh, absolutely, Drums. I'm here to talk with you guys. This is a two-way street. We're here to hang out, and try not to completely neglect Find Your Smile's color suggestions because boy oh boy do they know their stuff. I want to do a little bit of blend. I'm getting an urge to do a bit of blending here. I want to get the swamp blended in nicely. So bear with me a moment, y'all. Let's get our opacity up a little bit. Get our brush size bigger, and we're gonna start blending this swamp in here on the foreground, Alex, not the background. There we go, a little bit of green. Now we're gonna, the swamp has a darker color in it. It's gonna be something like this. We gotta get this on top of it. And then I remember we used a blue as well in there. The houses look radioactive with the glow. Yeah, maybe it should be turned down a little bit. Something to think about. 4-6. So you said I'm glad I found your account on a Wednesday morning when I didn't want to go to school. I'm glad you did too, buddy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. It's so funny how that works out through happenstance. You never know. That's why every day is awesome. You don't know where it's gonna go, what's gonna happen. I love that potential. Love the journey, man. You never know where you're gonna end up, what's gonna happen. It's great. I love it. I feel like there's more poignance in there that I'm not expressing correctly right now, but I am focused on my color mixing. The most important thing, obviously. Alright, do we think these they're starting to blend a little bit. It's starting to blend that border region. I think we need to bring a little pink in now. A little bit of this pink we've been messing with. Oh, that was a little bit too much. A little bit too much. I call it pink. It's really like a purple. A little dash of yellow. And then we're going to put the green on it. Kind of like that. And now we just need to extend some of the foliage a little bit. And I think a little bit of this water texture. Let's go really light on this, but it's what makes the swamp look really wet. There's a water texture mixed in there. You'll see it as kind of a blue. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can turn down these brush strokes on the houses. If we grab them all. We'll start with those, huh? Start with those two. And then we need to go like this. Oh no, it's a line tool actually. So grab it. There it is. Grab you. That's both of them. And we just need to change its maybe opacity a bit. There we go. Opacity down to 49 on there. There we go. Grab you. Opacity down to 49. How's that? A little less radioactive down in there. I think there's still, yeah, I need to grab. Opacity to 49. Boom. Drums, that was a 2-part message, but the first part didn't. Oh, you couldn't get it to fit. Let's see. Thanks for being so responsive with chat. I appreciate a content creator who values viewers. If the colors are too vibrant, you can always have the town losing color and turning into grayscale. Interesting. Interesting. I'd like a reason for it to be going grayscale, but yeah, I could see that. Need an in-lore reason, you know? Alright, y'all, I think this is great progress on this today. I'm kind of digging it. It does now feel like a bit of a more natural part of the map. I think the last thing that I mean, obviously we're not done with this. We're gonna keep working on it. But I think we need to grab some of this swamp foliage, and we're gonna start mixing it in here. We're gonna have a border region where swamp runs into fungal forest, and things change a little bit. Gotta just blend some of this foliage in here together. There we go. And now let's grab some of this. Now we need some assets from fungal forest or fungal jungle. Gotta say it right. Nothing. The purples, you know, that's a really distinct border region, but we need to get like some of the lighter pinks and stuff. Just kind of splash it in, shrink it down, kind of like that. And probably we need like the mushrooms are leaching the color from the surroundings. Yeah, I kind of dig that. That is like fungus, or am I thinking of lichen? Kind of does that. Feeds off of what it's built on. All right, let's put this bamboo. I need you to go. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. Need that to go beneath this mushroom like that. There we go. Needs a little bit more clutter down here. Maybe one of these guys. Make it a bit bigger. A little bit of bamboo. And maybe one of these guys. There we go. All right, so now how's that border looking? I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty... They're kind of merging in nicely. Feels like it could be smoother still, but I don't dislike it. It does look like it's kind of growing together, you know? I dig it, y'all. All right, well, hey, I think it is looking nice. I think that's a good place to leave it for today. One last thing. I want to map out our roads real quick through here. So I'm going to grab yellow for the moment. Small brush size. I don't know if yellow is going to be the final road color, but I'm just going to put some really rough roads in here. We'll improve on this next time. Give a nice little like roundabout around the center tree. Probably have a road going like this way. Probably got one goes up in here. Should go like this way-ish. Oh, Spencer, I love that idea, dude. What if the fungi, mycelium, sends sensors to the landscape like an organic surveillance? Yeah, I mean, hey, that's fungus is linked together, right? Like I forget. There's like some superorganism out in the Pacific Northwest that is all underground, linked together mushroom. It's all one thing. So yeah, it could totally communicate. I dig it. All right, so I think that's a good little roadmap to start, those yellows. Maybe we make them a little bit bigger here. We'll finalize them next time, but a good place to start, I think. Brush size, I normally use like 10 or 12 for roads. This is just rough sketching. We'll make it better in future. There we go. There's our little road network, and we'll make it better next time. No, Slindy, you're timing it perfect, my guy. I'm about to wrap up myself. Thanks for being here, Slindy. I appreciate you, dude. It's good to see you again. Good to be back in the saddle, back to normal. After whatever random medical scare we had this week. But look, y'all, that's some good progress on the map. I'm a fan. Thank you for helping me with it, everybody. Great chat input today. Y'all, we're darn close on this map. We need a day or so to finish out the fungal jungle. And then we just need to do the borders between these regions. And I think we're going to be rocking and rolling. Oh, it's all good, Ken. We are finishing up here at the end, but go to my bio. There's a link to my YouTube. And all of the replays are saved there, so you can go rewatch the whole stream right now. If you just start at the beginning, it'll be like you're live. And then you can loop back to this point, and that's where you know it ends. No, y'all, thank you for hanging out with me today. I think we made great progress on the map. I had a ton of fun. I certainly hope you did. Good to be back at it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the suggestions. Folks, we will be back Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time. If we're not doing a little weekend stream ahead of time, we'll see. We'll see what happens. No promises, but I'm feeling like a weekend stream might happen. So, hey, watch those notifications. I might pop in out of the blue. But, folks, thank you for being here. As always, a special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for the use of his songs, Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which have provided our background music today. The playlist is also linked in my Linktree if you want to grab the songs for yourself. An extra special thank you is due to community member Raffi the Engineer, who made our 5th background song, Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi, my guy, thank you very much for that. I cannot thank you enough. That's so cool, man. Custom-made song for the stream. Thank you so much. Mikey, I am using inkcarnate.com to make this. It's a free online map maker. Check it out. It's awesome. Everybody, as always, a shout out to my excellent mods. Thank you to Melissa Lee 28, Raffi the Engineer again, One Happy Harpy Simp 1X, other name wasn't available, aka Slindy, and Aaron Winnick for keeping the vibe rolling. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Lastly, folks, if you've enjoyed today's stream, please give me a follow so I can catch you on the next one, which is scheduled Monday at 7 a.m. We'll be here, and as well. Y'all, the map is for my book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. It's linked in my Linktree. It's on Amazon. It's an Audible. It's an ebook, paperback, audiobook. It's in Kindle Unlimited, any format you want. Please give it a try. It's funny. It's wacky. It's whimsical. It's got some heart in there, and it's got a lot of goblin shenanigans. So if you want to see all these places, well, most of them at least, they're in the book. Give it a read. I appreciate it, y'all. I am a full-time author, so that's how I support myself. If it looks interesting to you, pick it up. Michael Uppercut, you said, what do I got to do to purchase some land in the swamp? I mean, it probably comes pretty cheap, my guy. It is the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. You have to be okay with having some shadow druids and some goblins as neighbors. But yeah, how about you can grab a nice little plot of land down here on this lake. How's that sound? We'll sell it to you cheap. Just meet with the goblins. See what they're interested in, because they do call this place home. But y'all, hey, thank you for being here with me today. It's been fun. Please give me a follow if you want to hang out for the next one. And I'll catch you then. Otherwise, guys, have a great weekend. And I will see you Monday at 7 a.m. Central for more streaming shenanigans. Y'all, be excellent to each other. Have a great one. We'll catch you next time. Hold on. I lied. We're not over yet. Alicia, you are one of my mods now. I didn't add you to the list. Y'all, thank you to Alicia T as well, our newest mod, for helping out with everything. Gotta give credit where it's due. Alicia, you rock. I appreciate you. Now, goodbye for real this time. I'll see you Monday, everybody. Have a good one.